Yo, what it do? We're back out of here again. Where I'm here with Skoolie B, Portland City Rockers finest. Tell me, Roasted 2. You got some of the judges, Ken Swift, Remind, some of the legends in the globally in the breaking scene. You know, before we talk all about that, how'd you get your name Skoolie B and where you from?
I'm from Portland, Oregon. Skoolie B. I'm always either a teacher or a student, depending on that moment. I'll be that because I'm always trying to teach people something, and I think I do that because that's also how I learn.
Yeah, most definitely. I got some questions here on my phone, but you know, you've been in the game in Portland for
About 6 months, it'll be 30 years.
wow, that's wild. And you've been, you know, such an impact in the scene, really known in the low here locally and still doing it until today. You know, after those 20 years, you were battling and now you're throwing jams and judging. Definitely a lot of inspiration and knowledge coming from you. Thank you for that. And so I got some couple questions here. It was a dope event. I loved it. And, you know, tell me what did this event mean to you?
It meant the world to me. One of my little brothers, man, Rusty Waldron, a.k.a. Kid Roasty, a.k.a. Roasty Rock, a.k.a. Roast the Most. He passed away about a year and a half ago. You know, it hit us really hard here in Portland. I mean, he affected the entire scene. So even though he was our brother and our crew member, a lot of people felt that loss. And so we wanted to be able to say goodbye to him in such a way that was celebrating him and wanted everybody else a chance to do the same thing. And that's kind of how it came together, really. His name is, you know, Roasty Rock. So Roasted, the event, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? Well, let's run it back with some behind the scene moments, you know? Coordinating all the judges and everything. Yeah. Tell me some of behind the sequence that you gone through that were any challenges.
We did this last year. This year there was quite a bit more challenges than last year. Last year we had a lot of extra help. A lot of people know Roasty, and so they knew we needed a venue. They had a venue. We needed a DJ. The DJ also was friends with Roasty years ago, so like it was much easier to get everything coordinated last year. And this year was twice the money we put into the event, and we reached out twice as far. And so that was more difficult, and we had less assistance for that difficulty. So we met a lot of challenges along the way. I had to navigate in the moment on a lot of things. I had to make compromises, which gave me a lot of respect for other people who throw events consistently. Cross One, shout out to you. Massive Monkey, shout out to you. Anybody who does this stuff consistently, they already know it's way greater than I dealt with at the amount of money that we were spending. I can't imagine the money that they spend and how to organize that all.
I want to know some of the standout moments of the event, right? And so, you know, was there a battle that most stand out to you during that event?
Yeah, there's some standout moments. I mean, we flew him in for a reason. Spiegel versus Charlie Chill Out. Man, that was amazing to see. It was electric. It was inspiring. Those guys really put it down, and that was probably the most exciting thing for me all night. A runner-up for one of my highlights was Hood's crew in Northwest. They had two different groups of three that they were working with, and the way that we ran our battle, we had what we called lottery call-out. So you get your name in the hat. If you get your name pulled, you get to pick your opponent. It was the first round, and I believe it was the first battle of the first round. They called their own crew out, and a lot of people would try to be like, oh, let's go opposite brackets, try to get to the finals. No, they were trying to take each other out. They said, it's you guys we want. So that was an impressive moment to me also.
Oh, yeah.
That would be highlights of the action. Then there was a lot of other highlights, like honestly, after the jam was over and all the response that we're getting from people in person and social media, they were very inspired by the event. And I was like, this organizational thing went wrong, this thing went wrong, but really people were just loved being here. And so that to me is the biggest highlight of it all. The community came together. We got to learn. The next day we had a potluck and a panel, and where Ken Swift, Remind, Wacko, and Charlie Chill Out, and then Wicket was playing beats. Man, it was beautiful. Yeah, that was a highlight.
Yeah, that's fire, dude. I had a few things going on, so I wasn't there to participate or be there. You know, and a lot of things, you know, we haven't seen that much as the panels, right? And that's kind of when you get knowledge and you can Q&A, that type of stuff, where you can learn more and grow more from each other. And that's dope that you had it the day after. And it's cool to connect and mingle, because at the jam, we're all busy. We're battling, and you got all these different things. The judge, you want to talk to the judges, but they're busy, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so kind of connecting and with each other kind of builds that and grows that community.
It's so many jams, you know. These folks are legendary, and they do this, and maybe there's a moment at the end, if the stage isn't big enough, you can get close enough to him to ask him a quick little question. But you know, We respect the heck out of these people. And so I think the things that I remember, I don't know about yourself, but the things I remember from jams aren't necessarily who won. Once in a while I do, but it's those social moments. I spoke to that one person, they inspired me with this thing they said, or I got to laugh with this other person I never thought I would be next to, and that was such a cool moment I'll never forget. It's those social things. I got to cipher with that person on the pavement over there outside the event. You know, that's the stuff I take away from events and how it made me feel. And we wanted to bring that feeling, and we figured let that happen the next day so that we have time for that.
I love it, man. That's the type of stuff that we grow and learn from, and especially for traveling out events and, you know, people that are local is just some of the living legends to connect with, and, you know, who knows when the next time you'll see them.
Exactly.
And so thank you, Marco, for bringing them out here for your event, the whole PCR, Portland City Rockers. I do have one more question here. Let me pop up the phone and see what I wrote here. So, you know, during this event, second year, Roasted 2. Are we going to see a Roasted 3? What's going on? What's next?
The stress has just started to subside today, but I think that stress is making us ready for the next greatest thing. So I believe there will be a Roasted 3. I don't know exactly what it'll look like. I think we'll have to change some things around, make some adjustments, because we got some ideas we weren't able to deliver this time around that we really wanted to. And so we're going to get a little bit more organized on certain areas and add some things to it. And I think you're going to definitely see one either next year or soon.
PCR, Portland City Rockers. Marco, you've been in the game here in Portland, showing up, teaching, giving advice. Definitely been a pinnacle here in the scene, brother. And it's good to see you here and have this event, and all of us can share together in the community of Portland.
Well, thank you, Tony. I appreciate that, and we really appreciate CypherBeast coming through to the event and talking to so many folks and getting that knowledge out.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Skoolie B, Portland City Rockers, Roasted 2. We'll catch you on Roasted 3. Peace.